After I absorbed all the demonic souls behind the black door in Ta Lo, I purified all the demonic souls, and that gave me the ability of the Soul Master, which is going to come in handy when I collect a certain infinity stone, especially since I have plenty of purified souls now. And then when the cave was emptied out, I found a very old treasure chest, and I was very surprised at what I found inside it. I found the staff of the Monkey King, Sun Wukong himself, and then I found 7 golden peaches, and then I ate all of the 7 gold peaches, and when I took the staff in my hand I became the master of every martial arts known to man, and I gained all of the abilities of Sun Wukong. And then I put the staff on my back and I went to the village of Ta Lo, and I said, I have saved your village and everyone in it, please train me. And actually before Wen Wu met Shang-Chi's mother I did, and I decided that I would actually become the father of Shang-Chi, and so Shang-Chi's mother fell in love with me instead, and she lived happily with me in the Avengers Towers, and my son Shang-Chi grew up being mentored by heroes instead of killers because I was his father. And then Shang-Chi's mother said to me, you have all the abilities of Sun Wukong, you are the Monkey King, and your son will be born with all your abilities. And then I placed my hand on her head and I gave her true immortality, and I said, now you will live a very long life, my love. And then she finally asked me, are you a god? And then I said, yes ma'am, but I am one of the most powerful gods, and I must leave Earth to kill other very bad villains. I must kill a very evil person named Null, and I also must kill Galactus, but I will return very soon. Until then, take care of our son and daughter, and remember my magical clones are always here to help you out. And then she said, I understand, go my love, and she smiled warmly at me. And then I said, I will make sure you and I can return to Ta Lo. And then she said, you can because you are the Monkey King, but I don't think I can. And then I kissed her passionately and I said, I will see you again soon. And then I went and killed Galactus first, and I absorbed and purified his powers, and then I went and easily absorbed all of Null's powers and purified his powers. Right after that I released him, and then I easily killed him, and I gained all his abilities. I even have the powers to control and even create symbiotes, and I can do it a lot easier. And now I have the true all black, the Necro Sword, and then I couldn't resist. I had my clones transfer those powers to me, and then in the underworld universe the true Necro Sword appeared on my back along with the staff of the Monkey King. But naturally all these powers were already a part of me because my clones are me, they are just magical duplicates of myself, which means I already gained all these new abilities the moment my clones took them from slain villains or enemies, or even if I touch someone. So now I'm all powerful across every universe and multiverse and timeline. And then my clone went back to Earth with Shang-Chi's mother, and I helped raise Shang-Chi and his sister to be good kids. And then I secretly went and killed Wen Wu, and I took his 10 rings for myself. And then I said, when our son becomes a grown man I will train him to become a great warrior that no one can defeat. And then Shang-Chi's mother smiled at me warmly, and later my clone and the Ancient One met Doctor Strange, and I trained Doctor Strange, and I even completely healed Doctor Strange. And I said, there you have your hands again. And I even helped Kisilius bring back his family, and I changed everything, and a very peaceful time happened during 2011, and for 20 years the MCU Earth had peace until after one of my clones went and helped the Guardians of the Galaxy on all their missions, and I stopped all the Kree Empire single-handedly, and the Guardians of the Galaxy became police officers in the Nova Corps thanks to me capturing Ronan the Accuser. And I even managed to gain Nebula as a new friend, and she also became my wife after I restored her natural blue appearance and I made her whole again, and she was now very beautiful again. And because I pretty much saved Nebula, this made Gamora fall in love with Peter Quill easier, and everything was easier thanks to me being stronger and completely overpowered, and I pretty much just one-shot every villain I fight. Not even Thanos stood a chance against me. I pretty much just transformed into a more powerful version of the Hulk. I became the Blue Hulk, and because of that Thanos could never defeat me. I was just too powerful, and I laughed at him and said, I thought you were supposed to be an emissary of death, but I guess you don't know she chose me too, but she stayed with me and loved me. I married her, Thanos, Lady Death, as my wife, and then I used all the stones to kill Thanos, but I didn't snap my fingers, nor did I need to. After I killed Thanos, the great work was now done in the MCU universe.